Let's go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, a lot to say.
What it is, world. Equally Opposite Podcast, EOP in the motherfucking building. What's up?
We here.
Yep. It's your man Juice coming at y'all. We got a good motherfucking episode for y'all. But first, I'm gonna intro my motherfucking crew. To my right, I got.
It's your girl Queen Bree, aka Big Bank Bree Bitch, aka the People's Choice Hoe. Oh. I'm just saying shit. I'm happy to be back.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Next up.
She usually goes second. I swear she usually goes second.
It's Apples in the building, y'all. I ain't went nowhere. I'm here. Fresh, clean. So fresh, so clean.
And she has on her underwear.
Yes, I have on my underwear.
I don't know that for sure.
I do.
Okay, cool. Soon go, nigga be talking shit.
Just talking shit.
Talking shit as he come in. So yeah, like I said before, we the Equally Opposite Podcast, and I'm not even gonna ask them. I know we're feeling great today, and we just got a lot.
Did you miss us?
Did you miss me?
We know you did.
And on the soundboard, he said, "Don't forget me." Nigga said, "Don't forget me."
Nudge.
Let me break this session up real quick. DA Weezy
on the sound.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
What's going on, everybody?
So like I said, we here. We took some time off. Niggas went on vacay. Had to get some things out the way.
Yes, much needed.
You know what I mean? But we all back. We here, and shit has been going on.
It's a lot of shit popping off in the city.
I mean, we're gonna do it, but should we start with the shot? Yes, but shot clock, y'all.
Oh, she was on time this time.
On time.
Mm-hmm.
Actually shot o'clock.
Let's go.
Actually shot o'clock on the dot.
Shots, clink.
Pre-flat apps coming. Flat app.
You really lame because you always do it right when the nigga can't speak.
Yeah, you can't say no.
I literally have forgotten about that.
Yeah, it's always back in the mind. Flat app.
I think some people think it's ignorant.
So, moving on.
Moving right along.
Alright.
Moving right on. We got a good top 5 for y'all. This shit came out on the Shade Room, and I feel like we about to kill this one. Top 5 things black people take seriously. Because the question was, do black people take anything seriously? Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Of course.
Because you know what?
Because we make a joke out of everything.
Right.
Are we going to make a joke?
Yeah.
That's how you know we take it serious.
Shit, I was about to say, that's one of the things we take seriously.
You know what I'm saying?
We take jokes serious as fuck.
That's a good point.
So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to kick it off. Who's going to go first? I'm not.
Okay. Who's not going to go first? You.
Not me.
I
got it.
Niggas take that serious.
That's a good one. Nah, for real. A fucking pinky promise?
Oh, yeah.
Don't play with me.
That's true.
So now, hey, look, now
Go ahead.
It's on you.
That's yeah, yo,
You
listen.
gonna start it?
Oh,
That's one
shit.
thing.
Oh, damn.
Let him go.
I was just testing the water.
Oh, well.
I got Uno rules.
There you go. Uno rules.
Yeah.
Spades.
Spades. That's my number
Spades,
one.
Monopoly.
New shoes.
I don't play
Monopoly.
I don't even play with certain people no more.
Listen.
Yeah.
See, that's
Like
real.
my daddy.
That's real.
Fuck it.
About
real.
Monopoly or Spades?
Both.
Monopoly's
You
one.
saying that you don't play with your...
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Hell no.
Monopoly, nah.
Monopoly's cool. I wasn't all like crazy about that shit, but yeah,
Dice.
Spades for sure.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dice. Niggas
Shooting
die over dice.
Dominoes. Old niggas don't play about
Yeah.
dominoes.
Yeah.
Don't play
Puerto
by them
Rican
bones.
They breaking tables and shit over
Yeah.
dominoes.
Hell no, nigga. Hey, I said 15 before you got
And you know you'll get cut the fuck up over some dice
yeah.
games.
Oh, yeah.
And the spades game, don't let a nigga renege.
Shot.
Yeah.
I mean, well, yeah, now
Don't let a
shot.
nigga renege.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
All that
Yeah.
book.
Many fights at black parties jump off over a spades game.
Don't have no money on it.
Long live
If it's-
Bankroll. That's how he died. On some
Over a
bullshit.
spades game?
Oh, no, on some dice.
Nice shit.
Oh,
Dice.
Just a bad
Still.
He took an
I mean,
L,
I
got
feel
mad,
that's
got shot.
bad,
That's
but
how that
I've
works.
heard that's a little bit more like.
You heard what he said?
What?
Say it again.
He took an L, he got mad, he got shot. That's how it went down.
I was about to say dice. I mean, it's usually that's usually one of the.
It's Al Jarreau.
Yeah.
Two things happen.
Stepping on niggas' new shoes, or just having your new shoes on. Period.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, don't step on my, especially Air Force Ones.
Yeah,
Especially
don't step
like
on my
that.
shoes.
Those were specific, you know what I'm saying, or J's in general, nigga. These are J's, nigga.
Yeah.
I don't care what shoes.
Don't
step on my
Don't
feet.
step on me. Yeah, my feet.
Like,
Another
Don't
one.
brush my feet neither.
Do you care less if you got them from StockX?
Shit, nah.
Yeah, nah, I care more. I
No,
probably
nigga,
spend $400.
exactly.
If I go to Starkers, I spend some money. I
Nigga
probably.
said, these are authentic.
The tags, you know, the
Green
niggas keep
tag,
the tag on them.
These are authentic.
Hey, I still get that shit touching my shoes.
See?
It's authentic, bitch. That's how I feel.
Like, just in case you want to check my footwork.
Niggas been wearing the tags like they Michelin stickers.
Yeah.
Nigga, check
Yes.
the Michelin at the
Remember,
bottom.
I still don't tear those stickers off.
Nigga, hardwood classic.
Checking jerseys and shit back in the day. Look at me
That
back
new
in
era,
that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
new era
Yeah.
sticker.
Uh-huh.
I'm not
That
doing
jersey
shit.
ain't
Don't come with no.
Reebok, throwback.
Right.
Not a Reebok.
Your shit got the holes in it.
And that's some shit we care about too.
Nigga,
Take
yeah.
seriously labels.
Yeah, niggas.
Your shit
yeah.
gotta be real,
Yeah,
or
hell
you
yeah.
gonna get them jokes.
You can't come around with some psyche on.
Right.
Your end
You
is
better
not-
have your mama doctored up. Do some little sewing or something
I
real
ain't gonna lie.
good.
Why your jump man on the bench right
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Slump man.
Don't pull up with the.
So why the nigga on no polo shirt playing hockey?
Don't pull up with the polo assassin.
Yeah.
From a donkey?
The USDA or whatever.
You got too many
The
horses
USDA,
on
yeah.
your shoes, your shirt, all that. It's too many horses.
Yeah,
You got the whole team.
You can't have two niggas on one horse. That shit's
Yeah,
weird.
bro, you supposed
Two
to be
niggas on
solo
one
dolo
horse
like
is
the man in
weird.
your polo. You got
Yeah,
a whole
man.
polo team, nigga.
Nigga said, you got that polo assassination?
Polo assassination. That's what we used to call it. That polo assassination.
Can we just say shoes as a whole though? Like black folks don't play about their footwear. It don't even mean if it has to be Jordans or whatever. People will clown you if you come in here with some busted ass anythings on.
Oh, yeah.
Some
Right.
ran over busted
What
ass
else?
shoes. What the
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
are those?
Yeah.
We're like white people know all them. It don't matter. They be
Hey,
bitch as
hey,
fuck.
you know,
Wearing
New
some
Balance
old
it up.
ass New Balance
That's
or
right.
Sauconys or some
You want to
shit.
know what black people's
They
favorite
don't
line
care.
was? Oh, no, you didn't.
Even
No, this nigga didn't come in here.
Yeah.
No, good
if
goddamn
my
well.
shoes wasn't, they gonna be clean. They gonna be. You ain't gonna be able to catch me in some
Hey,
old,
these niggas don't even do-
some old fucked up ass stuff.
I remember back in
Yeah.
the day, I used to clean
Man.
my shit with
Cleaning my
bleach
shit?
and
Come on.
fucking
When them
toothbrush.
laces would be clean,
When you
do
could
remember.
really roast them, when you could really roast them, motherfucker.
Yeah, I
I
used to
used
get
to-
new laces all the
New
time.
lace, yeah.
Mhm.
It's a trick. If you keep them
New
clean,
laces,
get new laces, you be
toothbrush.
straight for a while.
All
You know what
that
else black people don't care about, though?
Wait,
Don't
wait,
care
don't or do? Because we're talking
Or,
about what.
I'm sorry, do care about it. It's the same thing. We take this shit seriously.
Mm.
Seasoning. They make
Oh,
fucking
Oh,
food.
yeah.
And
Oh,
not
yeah.
just the seasoning, like the right seasoning, nigga. Like what you put on here, in that, in what?
Mhm.
So you ain't use no garlic,
No onion
no
powder.
onion powder.
Which for me brings me to black folks don't eat food from people they don't know.
True.
Who made that?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know them.
Yep.
That shit that be at the office,
They
that
got
with
that.
potluck in the middle, they be
Yes.
like, oh, I'm good.
Yes.
And they're gonna get them a Chick-fil-A sandwich and eat that shit in their
Look.
office and come out and just mingle.
Yeah.
They ain't fucking with that food.
And that's
Absolutely.
exactly why I don't just eat from anybody.
Yep.
That's the classic line from black people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
When all y'all on the
Everybody.
toilet tomorrow, I'm gonna be
Mhm.
straight.
Right. That shit's real though.
Yeah.
hell
Who
yeah.
made that shit?
Mm-hmm.
Niggas don't play about their hair.
You said about what?
Their hair.
Oh, nah.
Oh, yeah.
Don't touch my shit.
Yeah, we just don't play
Don't
about our
wire my shit.
appearance.
Yeah, our appearance as a whole.
In general, we take
Yeah.
that.
Because we got to.
We
I
have
feel like
to.
I put that shit on.
We got to.
So I
What's
was
that? What's that shit he said on Atlanta? He was like, it was Liam Neeson talking. He was like, the one thing you learn about really being white is you don't have to learn anything if you don't want to.
Yeah.
He said that.
You don't have
Straight
to.
up.
It was just like, they
Damn.
can,
Yeah,
they
that
can
was
make
a crazy
it just be,
line.
they can be dumb as fuck, and it's like, cool.
And people boys saying that like,
Mediocre.
the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that. The fuck? That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to learn anything. We gotta be on our shit. We gotta care. As much as people like don't care about what people think, we have to care about what people think.
Yeah.
Because we walk in there and everybody think we a killer. It's a problem.
Mhm.
And as
Yeah.
a black man, nigga, I can't look too menacing when I walk in the room. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know
It
what I'm
actually
saying?
affects
Like-
what we get and what we
Yeah.
can do, unlike
Right.
white
Yeah.
folks. Yeah.
So I mean, shit, we gotta care. They be walking around looking like booms.
Yeah.
You wanna know another thing black people take seriously?
Hmm.
Who all there?
Yep.
Before I even get dressed, nigga, I don't know who coming. I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
know. So, who?
Bad vibes.
The biggest thing is when
Wait.
somebody call you from a
Vibes.
place
Vibes.
that they
Vibes.
previously already been at. Like if we just planning on going, that's cool. But I'm chilling at the house now. You call me, I hear people in the background. You like, come through. Run down every motherfucking person right now that's in that room.
And the
let me
people
know.
you invited.
Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't even
Fuck
know
that.
they was coming. I didn't even know
Yeah,
they was coming.
who did you tell, nigga?
This is crazy.
Who might show up?
Right.
That's a good one. We also take seriously about the fucks we don't give.
Mm.
The amount of fucks we don't give, we take that so seriously. Like, you must have forgot how
Yeah.
much I don't give a fuck. Nigga, like,
You got me fucked.
Got me
you got me fucked
You
up.
got me actually fucked
You
up.
got fucks, because I don't got none. Like, you crazy. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
Like, so, yeah, we definitely, that's some shit we take seriously.
I got another one.
What's that?
Sitting with your back away from the door.
I think that's a masculine thing, if you ask me.
I just
I know
want to do it.
women who don't care. Black women who don't care. Black
Oh,
people.
I care.
I care.
You care?
I care like a motherfucker. I just have to let him
Right.
take it.
Oh, okay.
So
So it's a submission
I chill with it
So
now
it's a
because
submission
he
thing.
he
Okay.
got it. I be like, nigga, you got it, right? All right,
Right.
we good, right?
Hey,
Okay.
hey, when it rains,
Niggas get lit.
Stay dry.
Stay dry. What's up? What's up?
that's a good one. Black people also take splitting the pole seriously.
I take that seriously.
Yeah.
I can't explain. I don't like it. I
But I
just
can explain it though.
I can't explain it.
What?
We've had this conversation
Don't
before,
split the
but
pole, nigga.
nah, it's just the energy you give off when you have a choice to,
Yeah.
to go walk with me
To
on
go
this side of
split
the
it and
pole,
go
or to
differently.
like deliberately just take the other
I
side.
feel weird about
And
it.
to me, it's just kind of like, oh, okay, well, let me just watch you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
If you would do
you're
that.
comfortable with a certain division. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Shit, I ain't never even got that deep. You right. I just get a chill down my motherfucking
Cut
back. Like,
everybody
I
off.
don't like that shit. Come
Then you
on.
just split the pole.
Come back around.
Really
I don't
good.
feel right. My
Yeah,
next
it
step
just
feel
don't feel
weird.
Niggas
right.
will squeeze and step sideways to go, hold
Will.
on,
I
man.
be doing that shit.
You ain't see the pole here, we
Right.
both gotta get through.
Me and D was literally sitting down eating, and I was looking out the window. You could see out the window, and this family came, and the man was walking. His little kids were doing it, and when they split the pole, he made them go back,
Like
go around. But I'm watching from the window, like he made his kids go back around the pole.
But think about the energy that gives off.
People do not play
They
about
don't.
that
It's
shit.
just the energy it gives off. Them kids always gonna know they don't.
Yeah,
You
'cause they
want
was
them
just like,
around. You know what I'm saying?
All us still be trying to do it. I'm
yeah,
like, you trying to step around that
you
goddamn
niggas so
pole.
funny.
And that's what it takes. It takes somebody taking it that fucking serious.
Yeah, to let them know.
For you
No.
To let them
that it's
know.
not a thing. Yeah,
Don't
like,
do
no, I
that.
said, come back.
Right.
Come back.
Yeah.
Walk in the street.
Like they
We'll
stop
never
walking.
be apart. What you talking about?
People stop walking, like they're not going where they're going anymore. They're like, nah, go back around. Like I can't even walk no more. You need to come on.
Right.
Even with Lola, I just went back around the pole this last goddamn time.
Oh, you gotta go back around.
You gonna make me go back around the pole.
Gonna be on the
So
same
we gonna
side.
split. That ain't gonna
That is hilarious.
that ain't gonna happen no more. Next time,
Last
Right.
it's gonna be an issue.
Y'all ever had somebody try to tell like break down rules and shit? Like no, it's whatever side the least amount of people. Like
Oh,
3
see,
of us
nah.
on this side, 1 on that
I
side.
have been around people
So
who've done that.
you
Yeah.
the one that gotta come back. We got good luck. You
Yep.
gonna have bad luck. Like
I just
But
be like
that
whoever
would make
maybe
sense.
passed the pole first.
You gotta go on
I
that
think-
side.
yeah.
Yeah. You
went
got
past
whoever
first.
went past first. You got everybody
Yeah,
else got
with
to
that
follow
group, I'm
basically
with you.
that.
I can see that too.
I just hate
But-
line steppers. Just stop fucking up shit. If I see everybody going that way, I'm not gonna be like, I'm just gonna go that way.
Right.
Why you
Trying to
gotta
be different.
Why you gotta do
I
that?
color outside the lines. I will say that.
line
But you don't
steppers?
split the pole.
I
It's
don't.
different.
Don't be
You
a
don't split the
habitual
pole.
line stepper.
You don't want to know. Okay, this is my last thing, and then I'm gonna move on. We don't care. We don't play about death. Niggas do not play about like put that on your mama.
Mm-hmm.
You swear?
Oh.
You swear? All right, put it on your daddy grave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And niggas won't.
Swear for God.
Swear for
Swear-
God.
swear for
nigga.
God, Right.
I swear for
On
God.
my mama.
On my mama, nigga. I swear to God, nigga. On my kids.
You ever
nigga.
had any people that get stupid on my unborn third
Yes,
child?
yes.
I'm like, shut the fuck up. That don't even count. You're lying.
You didn't
can't
give
even
a damn
have
about
kids
that
no
baby.
more. You're a liar.
You pay for the abortion.
On my baby mama.
Nigga over here sniping
On
it.
all my
I put it
aborted
on
kids.
that life, nigga.
Right. The fuck?
That one in, that one.
Nigga sterile as fuck. Can't even have kids.
You ever have somebody be like, I put that on you, nigga.
Oh,
Hey,
On you.
I put it on you. I'm telling the truth.
That's telling the truth.
And I love you.
Don't come for the niggas' head.
Y'all like that.
You like, no, don't put that on me.
Right.
The line
Nah.
The upper room.
So when I was in Costa Rica, I met this fucking white dude, man. He was cool as shit, but he kept saying, he said like 10 times, on my mother's life, you come here, we have a great time. You come back, you book a month, we get you a spot. We sell grams for $50. On my mother's life, I cannot wait.
Oh, damn.
I was like, what's your number?
I believe that shit.
Niggas said it 10 times.
But then I was nervous after the 10 times. I was like, he doesn't like his mother.
Right, yeah, she been there.
I don't think he likes his mother.
Yeah.
I'm scared. I don't trust
Yeah, I'm
him.
scared.
I don't trust this nigga no more.
Hell nah.
You said that too many times.
Right.
She ain't make it through the pandemic.
Oh.
That's gotta be. He's like, oh yeah, on her life. She going.
He said this shit so many times. I was scared.
Okay, moving on. First topic of the day, outside of top 5. And it's about death. Not to be morbid. That's cool. Everybody's
Dum,
cool.
dum.
Yeah.
Dum, dum, dum.
It's not like a beloved celebrity.
You sure?
Do y'all know who we talking about?
Mm.
Anyways.
So one of the what do we call him? A podcast pioneer.
Podcast coffee.
That sounded good.
We lost a podcast pioneer. Being that we're a podcast, this nigga's done. He's paved ways for us, I guess.
Oh.
Has he not?
Like
Like,
doing that live.
I don't know. Right.
We talk about
That's a
Kevin
good one.
Samuels and you
I don't think he was doing
Dial it
that.
back.
paving.
I'm trying to speak.
He might have walked on the pavement.
I let Pioneer
Right.
go. Dial it back.
He did podcast things. I don't know what road
He walked on the
paved.
pavement.
He was infamous. Okay?
Yeah,
Kevin
that's a good
Samuels
one.
That's
was
what it is.
infamous for
That's
his
the one.
views and his opinions
Yes.
For his
on
opinions.
men and women and
Right.
relationships
Definitely.
and valuable people.
Yes.
And his willingness to be blunt as he could.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So,
As far as
His
blunt
dedication.
individuals go,
yeah,
as far as
dedication
blunt
to
individuals
bluntness.
go, yeah. As far as blunt individuals go and stuff like that, like, yes. So, R.I.P. Kevin Samuels.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
He
You know what I'm
died
saying?
recently from what we say, heart failure?
Stroke.
Well,
From cardiac arrest.
Cardiac arrest. There we go.
In the midst of getting it on. Shouts out to my
Allegedly.
Shouts out to Manny. Just gonna point that out. But so fucking Kevin Samuels passed away, and it hit the news. It was actually very, very random. No one really saw it coming. And my question to y'all is, how do y'all feel about it? Because I have my thoughts, and shit sounds questionable. Don't y'all think?
what the
Yeah.
death itself?
Conspiracy.
Yeah, conspiracy.
Conspiracy.
Yeah, shit like that. But I mean, like, it could be straight up above board. I ain't saying that it gotta be a murder or nothing like that.
So
But
you're saying you think he
Something's-
might have been murdered?
something's fishy.
Something's afoot?
Something's afoot. You know? I don't know what you want to call it.
Oh wow.
But if I was Batman,
Oh, goodness.
Jinkies.
I put my cape on.
I don't know
Okay.
if this voice.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I feel like I should say jinkies.
It's more like Blink Man.
Everyone, I
It
am
is
so
More
sorry.
like Blink Man.
I apologize.
We do it.
Jing fine.
I don't know what this one was. That one was way off the
That
mark.
nigga said if I was
Something's
Batman, I'd put my
I
cape on.
put my cape on.
He said jinkies.
If I was Batman,
Yeah, man. I just feel like I
I
should say
put
jinkies.
my cape on.
All right.
Okay,
nigga.
bro.
Mm-mm.
I had to say it for the camera. But no, before I say my, X-Files conspiracy theory, I want to know what y'all think. I mean, we know some details, some.
I don't know what we know. I've just because I don't know what's been
just trying to
confirmed for
count.
real.
I don't know what you know.
Yes, no one knows this.
I'm
No one
just trying
unknown.
to can is a very real statement. But no, I don't know what's been confirmed. Like I know there's just been a lot of talk because I've heard that the lady he was with when he died, I heard she was a fat woman. I heard she was a skinny, pretty woman. You know, like I've heard very conflicting stories, so I
Yeah.
don't know what's actually the truth. But I know it's definitely a lot of people who are not sad to see him.
That's the part that kind of makes me feel like, come on, y'all. Like, the people who are like celebrating, you know, obviously online, his death, I'm kind of like, I mean, is it that bad? Like, you have to celebrate that this man is dead? Like, I don't really think it was that serious to begin with. Now, I do feel that the karma bank had overflowed, and or his lack thereof. I think he had a lot of bad karma, and I think that shit, it overflowed, you know?
The scales were imbalanced.
You know, it was just, it
caught up to him.
It caught up to him. And so I have a theory that all of the women that he talked bad about, especially like online, like talking to them, I'm like, you know, I'm not saying I believe in voodoo and all of that, but I believe that people can, the same way you can pray for people and you can speak good onto people, and I think it's all can help manifest, I believe there's the exact same thing in the opposite direction. People can speak bad on you, and not just say like, oh, you're a shitty person, but like, oh Lord, please can you make it so
like
bad.
Wishing stuff
this
on
person,
you?
yeah, just wishing bad on you.
Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Light as a feather, stiff as a board.
It could be whatever, with spells, if that's what you want to call it. But like, I just feel like you can speak bad on people. Enough people speak bad on you.
So
I just feel like, hey, I don't know.
Fuck that nigga.
The universe has a way of issuing out certain things on people.
I feel like I disagree with that a little bit.
That's fine. And you can. It's my theory.
Simply because I feel like Obama will probably be dead. Wow. That was hard.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, but you get what I'm saying. I just felt like maybe.
If you're talking about people willing things on people, then you feel like this.
I hear what you're saying. That's you. Okay, so maybe you make it seem like I'm saying anybody can just say like oh, I hate this person. I'm saying.
Can I jump in? I'm sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. But what I think is different in why I say Obama is the karmicness actually comes into it. If his Obama wasn't out here trying to fuck people over. You see what I'm saying? Like,
just how you speak to people, how you treat people.
His karma actually comes into play then. You know what I'm saying? What he's doing, what he's putting out, and stuff like that. And let's be real. While Kevin Samuels was telling people the truth, he was not saying.
He was telling people his truth. He was telling people his truth.
Yeah.
Everything is not.
Things.
Yes.
It's just how he went about it, explaining or expressing his truth.
Yeah.
He
You know,
took
it's like you could have expressed that in a more positive and respectful way. Yeah, you ain't gotta. Oh, so you probably fat as shit or and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, like so.
Okay, but they called him to talk to him.
That's the only thing that I can't.
The way that he talked and treated people wasn't nice. Is all I'm saying.
I know.
To put it very
called him.
It's not the same. It's not the same as the restaurant you go to and they're supposed to be mean to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not
That's exactly what it is.
I don't see it as.
They know what he's gonna do.
No, I do get that. He had a reputation for being a certain way,
they would call him.
That's how you are, and you call him.
And they would call him.
That's where ego and pride actually came into it.
They stupid.
Motherfuckers thought they was about to be.
They the ones that go to that restaurant and cry.
Everybody wants to be the exception.
Yeah, people thought that they was gonna. He ain't gonna talk to me like that. Once he
that don't make sense.
All of this, he gonna have to tell the truth.
Yeah.
No, you look just like the other bitch.
You the woman.
You look just like the other bitch that I told was a 5. I'm sorry. What the fuck you want me to say?
But it's
imagine how
you
he
called
probably
me.
still some rude ass shit.
Imagine how he probably treated people. He probably was not like the nicest person.
It's like a Colonel Stinkmeaner.
I don't know him person. I don't know him. I said, just imagine how he probably treated people.
All I know is when I watched this show, I saw a clear pattern. It was a clear structure that in which he spoke. And so when people called him disagreeing with his structure, he was like, "No, man, you called me. You tried to insert yourself into my structure."
That is true.
You get what I'm saying?
But it's still
he went out of his way to insult the people that he talked to. You're not going to make me believe that the way he used to talk to people is right. It's his way of becoming who he was. He was telling his truth, and he's valued to do that. But there's no way in hell that the way he was talking to women and people, he had to do that. He did it because he didn't give a fuck, and I don't give a fuck about what you feel. And I'm going out of my way to make sure I don't do it in a nice way. He made sure he didn't. But you're right. Yeah. They had the power to hang up, or he hung up on them, and that's usually what happened.
Or not
it's like his structure was
what I'm
clear.
saying, I'm not. Y'all are like, I don't know what you kind of. I'm not talking about his career. Like, yeah, that's what he did. I'm just talking about the karma that I think came back on him.
Why would that be?
But that's
He was not a nice
horrible.
man. He was not a nice man.
That's what
I don't know
I'm
that.
saying. We knew what his style was.
I
He
do
showed
not know
you
that.
entertainment
Nice
purposes,
man.
but
He
it still
showed us he
it
had a
was fucked
structure
up.
and he spoke on it.
But it still was a fucked up
But I don't know
structure.
who he is as a person. I don't know how he told his mother, his sister, his girlfriend. I don't know how he treated any of these people.
Anyone
It's
who
not-
actually
It's
cares.
not
Who
just
gives a
based
fuck
on
about-
those people. Those people were probably hopefully praying nice for him at night.
So
There was a lot of people that weren't, because he hurt a lot of people.
I-
He did. I was okay with a lot of stuff he said. I was okay with a lot that he was saying. Please understand, I'm not like against Kevin. I made them watch like hours of it. Like I'm like in it. But I do think, yeah, he handled things really poorly in the way that he would like
it's almost like
demean
that's
and
your
belittle
opinion.
women.
That's your opinion. I get it.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, I'm also not the far extreme, and I don't think she is either, the far extreme of people who are like, fuck him.
That's what I just said. I'm
Yeah, she doesn't say.
That's what I'm saying.
cool with him.
I said fuck him.
I guess.
I didn't even disagree with a lot that he said. I just mean how you talk to people, how
Yeah,
you deliver
okay.
your message.
His
He's a
delivery.
But this is why
motherfucker.
I'm making that face. It's not because of your opinion. It's because like when things don't make sense to me, I cannot help but make that face. It's almost like when if someone would call fucking Miss Cleo and they're mad because she's trying to read their mind. Like, you get what I'm saying? It doesn't.
That's
To me,
what
it
she
doesn't
does.
make sense.
See,
Like
that's
you
what
called
she
her.
does. You came here for this.
You came here for it.
Yeah.
You literally came here for this.
But here's my thing. That is true. I can't refute that. At a certain point, you know, this is his format, this is his style, this is his delivery, you know, all of that. But at the same time, I can still judge him basically for the way that he decided to deliver his message to people. Like, it still was fucked up. No matter how clear and honest you were about representing yourself, who you represented yourself to be was a fucked up person.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the shit he said was like, you ain't have to say that shit, bruh. I
Like,
said the way he represented him.
All
All I
we
can go
off of is what
what
people
he
choose
put
to
on that
put
video.
online and choose to show us, correct?
Sure.
Okay.
So that's what I said. The way he represented himself sometimes was fucked up.
I think he represented himself in a way that was consistent. That's my only point.
Consistently fucked up.
That's not
And
me.
people,
I'm
and
judging. I
people
can judge
lined up
both
to get
sides of it.
fucked. People were lining up to get fucked. They were lining up for it.
That's true.
Yeah. But it's the same as like,
What the
it's like the same as Maury.
You called the show to get
It's a
yelled at.
business. It's a business
That's not
system.
how
It's the
they
same.
It
operate.
reminds me of that movie where Bernie Mac, he was
But,
slapping
okay, but
niggas and
That's
niggas
a
were walking
totally
up in a
different
line
thing.
and they was
Totally
walking up, he just slapped the fuck out of that.
Yeah, I
He
remember
came
that.
up, he slapped his ass too. And then another person came up, he slapped his ass too.
Yeah.
That's what it's like to me.
But look, it's the thing is, I know that's not how they started and stuff like that, but after the fifth one, when you call, you've watched 5 of these shits back to back, and you know this is what he does. You see what I'm saying?
By the time we've seen him, he had been doing this shit for
So
years.
by the time, you see what I'm saying? So like, you called knowing this dude comes at people this way. You surprised? Did you really think you were gonna be different?
And to take it a step further, it
I
wasn't
would've
even
liked-
personal.
I
It was a
would've liked-
structure. It
I
was a
would've
literal
liked-
structure.
I would have liked to see a video.
He said the
There
same
is
thing
one.
every video.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
I would have liked for there to be one where he's like, "No, man, you were good. I see why men. Why can't you find a man like you know?"
He
what I'm
has
saying?
said
Like,
that.
There's a couple
I
that
haven't-
he's talked to nice.
maybe-
It's very few.
Maybe I'd have to pull that one up. I haven't seen it. I only see the ones where he's talking bad. I haven't seen one where he actually gives her like, "You are good, thumbs up," or you know what I'm saying. Just work on this little thing, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen any motivational actually. Like
Literally
shit you could work on, but constructionally. Like
He
you know what I'm
has.
saying?
And he usually goes on to talk to them about still what's going on with the issues with the men or men that they're messing with too. Still getting on them about shit and telling them, oh, well, you did that. Oh, you shouldn't have did that. But he's usually a little nicer when they say that they're a certain size and a certain this and maybe make a certain money. Then he infers that. But if he can see them, then it's even better. If they look a certain way, then
One more
he's
thing, and I'm gonna shut up.
good.
One more thing, I'm gonna shut up. What I noticed was somebody would see. I'm talking on you.
I know.
Nick. One thing I noticed was what would happen. Somebody would call from a previous episode pissed off already. They already talking shit about how he's a fucked up individual. He ain't shit. So the first thing he does is he mutes him. He's like, okay, You call me, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He unmutes him. He's like, okay, what do you look like? He goes in the same structure every time. You know where you fit in this scale at this point.
Yeah.
I think it's
But at
just
the
a
same
kind
time,
of
but people don't care about his scale. Like,
They
you know
call
what I'm saying?
him. They call him bashing him. They call him cussing.
Call him to get cussed out. I think he was gonna beat that.
They call him thinking he's gonna change his scale or something. Like, okay, anyway, I'm done.
No,
I'm done.
I'm with it.
But it's just the same as on Maury, for example, all the drama. That's what people like. You know, and that's what a lot of shit is built off of. It's just drama. It's negativity. It's drama, and you know what you get. And it was also. It's funny, like if you can act a certain way or be a certain way, the rise that you get out of people in the masses, and how many people will still follow you, and it was just really one person's opinion, and this became a wave of based off of one opinion. That's the influence that one person can have.
And that's you know what? I'm gonna actually just use that to roll into the next thing. Based off of something that one person can do, can make a wave of a whole bunch of other things. We're gonna talk about the guy who ran off the stage on Dave Chappelle, thinking it was a good fucking idea.
Well, he had a gun knife, like a gun knife in the front.
Right there with a bayonet on his
It was
face.
sort of mistaken.
But it was a fake weapon.
I thought the knife was real. I thought the gun was fake and the knife was real. That's what I thought.
None of it was real, but it wasn't a federal charge.
Okay. That makes sense.
Shit, they've killed children for Nerf guns.
Right. They never got a chance to trial.
Right.
So, but yeah, anyway, this motherfucker thought it was a good idea. When keeping it real goes wrong.
Right.
Run up on stage, because apparently he saw some celebrity do it and thought it would be cool.
Some celebrity.
I don't know who. But that would be a good idea to run up on stage on Dave Chappelle, who's now buff. If he was gonna run up on Dave Chappelle, you should do it when he was a little squirmy nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And you should do some foot drills.
When he was, that's when you run up on Dave Chappelle. You don't do it on buff day.
Right.
You know what I'm
you
saying?
doing that just gave me the image of how skinny he actually
was.
was.
Skinny.
I forgot he was that
He
skinny.
was crackhead skinny.
Remember on Nutty Professor?
The crackhead.
When he was on stage.
Yeah, remember on Nutty Professor with the hair? Yeah, Dave Chappelle came a long way. Him and his evil twin.
Yeah.
Wait. Huh?
I don't know that nigga name for real.
I think so.
You know the Dave Chappelle evil twin.
Right.
Nigga funny now.
But was he ever skinny?
He was skinny in the beginning. But now then he got buff too.
Yeah, that's all I
The
know.
evil Dave Chappelle. But so yeah, he ran up there on buff Dave Chappelle and buff Busta Rhymes and buff Jamie Foxx. All niggas who wasn't always buff and then became buff.
Busta Rhymes went from skinny to being buff to being big to.
That's what I'm saying.
Big. Yeah.
On these niggas.
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx is unpredictable.
Yeah.
It worked.
Come on, man. Now that was
Oh shit. Hey, listen.
Hit the wrong button and everything.
The only one that I've ever liked.
Blame it on alcohol.
Cut his mic, B. Cut his mic. He's number one.
Oh, dear. So anyway, nigga got his arm twisted. So I don't know what he was going to do.
I'm sure it was broken.
Yeah, them shits was. He
They
was
were
looking
definitely
like
not connected
something
anymore.
from The Exorcist.
They were not located together. So I don't know. I think he was reaching for the weapon. Like I was like, how do you get his arm that way? And I was like, well, if he was going for his waistline, you see that right there?
Mm-mm.
Boom. That's how you get that shit popped out.
chicken wing.
One kick from Busta Rhymes. Boom. And then knock this shit out. I'm telling you. So yeah, that shit was crazy as fuck. You know, I think everything's a conspiracy.
Just like your mom.
I was about to say you got one less child.
Okay, so it's just crazy that Chris Rock just happened to be there and just happened to be great being 1-2 liners. Was that Will Smith? You know what I'm saying? Then he said, what was the other one?
So at least you got.
Yeah, you got hit by a real attacker. I got hit by the weakest man in rap or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Says the weakest man in comedy. So it's just weird. Like,
Pow, pow.
pow. Like, Chris Rock ain't never been tough, though.
You bet.
Everyone hates this nigga. Like, come on.
Everybody hates him?
Everybody hates him? I got it. As soon as I said it.
Come on, y'all. Keep up. My mind's too fast.
Don't be. That ain't
Anyway,
even.
100% juice. So yeah, I just think it's crazy that just hell happened to be on the, like, if you're gonna run up on him, why tonight? Why the night of all nights?
When everybody's there.
Like,
Lots of people do drugs too. People be
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug, and all these other shits is a hell of
Bath
they
salt.
Get people feeling real,
And
strong.
one of the reasons why I think it was staged though is because it actually, to me, it puts an end to the, are people gonna run up on stage? Nah.
Not after seeing what happened to him.
Yeah, not gonna see what happened to him. Like, if anybody is gonna get someone to run up on stage, it's gonna be Dave Chappelle. Like, motherfuckers like Amy Schumer, we wasn't worried. You know what I'm saying? Aziz Ansari, we weren't worried. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to have PTSD from this. But Dave Chappelle actually be having death threats for him because of his stand up. Actually be saying shit to have the crowd like, man. You see what I'm saying? So you run up on stage up to the person who most likely is to have someone run up on stage on them, and fucking this what the fuck happens to you. Bunch of rappers and singers kick you.
It's security team too. It wasn't
I think it was security.
It wasn't just
security.
like big trio.
I mean, the dude wasn't buff or like looked like he could take anybody even. So I don't know what I said. That's why I say he's probably on drugs. I give a lot of people that excuse these days.
He looks like
no,
cool, they're on drugs.
No, for real. Like,
let them go.
Listen, remember that bum that was talking shit to us down in Florida? This white dude was talking shit to us down in Florida.
That motherfucker was about to get shot in the face, though.
But he was shot the fuck out.
Yeah.
Just joking. Regular, but calling us niggas, saying niggas and everything. And I was like having to pull D inside the hotel.
Real bums be pointing a lot.
He wasn't a real bum, but he was on some shit.
He about to catch that work though, right?
Yeah. Lola was right there, the baby. I was like, please, let's go, bum guy, let's go inside. And he wasn't walking up on us, but he was like, motherfucking.
He was like, you nigger. He was like
shit. But he was just
I'll fucking kill your child.
I was like, come on, y'all, he's on his shit. Like, let's go. And D was about to go over there. And I'm like, this about
It's been a drill, bro.
But people be on shit, man. People be fucked out of their head. That shit would have went horrible for that man. He would have probably died that day. But he was on that shit. Like, I can take an L with me and my kids and go in the hotel and I can tell my baby, don't do drugs, baby.
Right.
This is your brain on
people be doing crazy shit. Like,
moving right along. I like that. You know what? I really enjoy just actually looking at the board and being able to stick to it. I just miss that sometimes. So, moving on, next topic.
We're doing well.
We're doing really good. Next topic, Kendrick Lamar. The GOAT. Only address this man, really, with 4 letters.
I agree.
K-Dot, King, GOAT, whatever you want to call him.
He all that.
He's all of that. I'm telling you.
We played
He's up here.
that newest single earlier and shit gave me fucking goosebumps. Again, like I haven't heard it before.
The Heart Part 5.
I
Yes.
didn't even say nothing. I didn't speak.
And then we was all silent for a few seconds afterwards. It was
I truly encourage you to go home or go wherever the fuck you at and watch the video and actually listen to what he's saying and watch the faces that appear when he says it. And it resonates differently.
It does. It does.
I mean, so
hearing it in the car and watching the video. Well, go back and watch videos. This is what we need 106 and Park for, people.
Yeah,
this shit would be a number 1.
Yeah.
This would be number 1.
AJ ain't free. Where y'all at? What y'all doing?
You know what I'm saying? Like this.
Big ticket to basement.
Yeah.
We need that.
Yeah.
Me too.
Rap
We
Diddy.
need that.
But can I just say that it speaks to his true creativity and like the art form that he
Old school
does,
Gemini.
you know?
June Gemini.
I'm not gang.
Because like to me,
Gang.
the video is what did it, but like I feel like all his old work, his albums are one of the few albums that can like paint a picture to me. Like I can listen to his albums and visually see what's going on.
Yes.
And so I feel like I like that he did this now. Good video. I mean, he does good videos, period. But like I like that it was just a plain background, him doing this with the faces, because it's like you already bring that shit to life when I just hear it, where few people do. Right. I can't listen to a lot of albums and actually feel like I don't need a video for none of this shit. Like I'm seeing the whole
story,
movie, you know, the whole story or whatever. So I feel like that's just his gift. You know what I'm saying? He is truly gifted.
Truly.
And yeah, he's the GOAT. I don't know.
Picasso.
Okay, that's fine.
Picasso.
That's fine.
We're gonna
be
Some of
hell.
the most
It's gonna be hell
talented
next
people in the
month.
world are Geminis. I told you that. And Virgos.
Absolutely.
And I'm not making that up.
Virgos is
Very,
true.
very
Virgos
good.
on the list and Geminis, and then a lot of Sagittarius, but I don't know a lot of them.
She's not going to get his list.
But you know what? Also,
We
a lot of Geminis are responsible for
We give it a list.
serial killers.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
We are also, I was going to say,
There's a lot of.
I told you that.
Oh, okay. Murders and
we're on there
misunderstandings.
too.
We'll burn it
I
down.
know that's why you been
Virgos are
finding
on
comes
there.
out there.
Yeah.
Black coffee.
Listen,
We're on there too.
You either invoke our
Virgos are
creative
the
side.
most talented and
Well,
serial killers, and so is Gemini.
We're creative either way.
Yeah.
You know,
We're
just
really good with our
depends on
murders.
how we channel
We're
our
really good
energy.
with our murders. I think the Zodiac Killer was a Gemini.
Y'all are just planners. Y'all plan your murders. That's why you can do
We're
something.
pretty good at this, you know.
Virgos get more of the sociopath shit. Like we're charming, we're this, and you didn't know we had like people
Bodies
buried
in the
under
bag.
the fucking.
Here comes my
But they were like
dark
everyone loved
passenger.
them, and it was like
Yeah, I don't know shit.
they were pillars of their community.
It's the dark passenger.
Yeah, like Dexters of the world.
Dexter Morgan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But either way, Kanye, Tupac,
Come on.
Kendrick.
Childish Gambino,
Yep, makes
Kendrick, as
sense.
we said,
Kendrick, right.
Prince. When was Michael born?
Who?
Mike.
No,
Michael
Virgo.
Jackson?
Sorry,
Virgo.
you don't got Mike Jack,
We
baby.
don't have Mike.
We got Mike Jack, baby. Don't
We
do
got
that.
Michael too.
Yeah, y'all got Mike. Y'all got Beyonce. We got B. We got Mike.
Hey, my list
We
ain't
got a lot
half
of
bad.
actors. We got a lot of
My
actors.
list ain't
Hold
half
on, let me
bad.
pull up.
My list
What,
ain't
the
half
Libras?
bad.
Did you pull up a list?
Yeah.
Let me-
No,
Yes,
No, Mike is
sir.
29.
These Libras ain't looking bad. I got Snoop. You know what I'm saying? Libra gang. You know, Snoop. We got Eminem. Kim Kardashian.
Oh, yeah, Libra.
She got, you know, she fucking everybody. We got
Eminem's
Will
a
Smith,
weirdo.
Cardi B. You know what I'm talking about? Zac Efron, Gwen Stefani, Usher, Lil
Gwen
Wayne,
Stefani.
Nick Cannon, Hilary Duff, Hugh Jackman, Matt Damon, Brie Larson, John Mayer,
Did we say
Donald
Biggie?
Glover, Bruce
He's a
Springsteen.
Gemini?
I didn't know.
I
Biggie.
didn't
I knew that.
I didn't know that.
So him
That's a
and
good
Pop was
one.
both Gemini? I
Nigga!
didn't know that.
That makes a lot of sense.
He's a major Gemini, but he's still there.
Wow. I didn't know
Damn.
that.
I
Ever.
got anybody
know
like
that.
that.
I didn't know.
I never heard that.
Morgan Freeman and Marilyn Monroe, June 1st. You know what I'm saying? Gang out here.
Felicia Rashad is June 19th, which is also Juneteenth, which is my holiday.
Okay.
Oh, it's yours.
It is.
Juneteenth.
It has been.
Oh, the whole thing.
Now, it's just not been recognized for you all.
Oh.
You all even have a
But
day
you've
off
been
and whatnot.
celebrating that.
But it's
Okay.
been a holiday.
Hey, so you're the one who
As of 6:46 p.m. 1990,
That's been your holiday.
holiday.
That's a long time.
Almost 32
Niggas about to be
years.
telling you your zodiac chart.
Ain't it?
I know, right?
You should have said all that.
Ooh, yo,
You was such and such, right? I know all
You
my stuff.
rising.
I know my things. Stupid.
But anyway, back on track because we.
I was about to say, because I'm about to tell y'all Virgos, y'all better come on.
I know, right? I want to hear it though.
But
Because you know I'm
I
damn
know
near a
it's a lot,
Virgo.
but now y'all know all the dates and shit. I'm like,
But
hold on, let
you
me
know,
tell you about my
I'm damn near a Virgo. I want to hear it.
I am giving y'all hell next month. Next month is June.
When I was on
We'll
the
get the
23rd.
Virgos out the way.
Beyonce, Zendaya, Selma Hayek, Cameron Diaz, Blake Lively, Idris Elba, Keanu Reeves, Adam Sandler, Michael Jackson,
All right.
Jennifer Hudson, Pink, Chris Pine, Nick Jonas, Bill Murray. Oh, I like Bill Murray. Amy Winehouse, of course.
That make a lot of sense.
Of course.
Take your ass to rehab.
I know
Kobe
we-
Bryant, of course.
Ludacris.
Kobe,
Ludacris
okay.
is a Virgo.
Kobe.
I know
Yeah.
Ludacris is a
Tom
Virgo.
Hardy, Ludacris. Yeah, I knew that.
Hold up.
Jada Pinkett.
Oh,
Woo, woo. Hey, girl.
This is making so much
September
sense.
18th, same day as
This
me.
is
That's
starting
my
to make a lot of
twin.
sense.
Okay.
That's my twin.
I
Yeah,
feel
so
sorry for you.
there's
Sorry
others.
for you.
I feel sorry for you.
Don't do
I
that.
feel sorry
Do
for
not
you.
do that.
Whatever. He love it here. And he
Right.
love it here.
Okay.
Okay.
And.
The fuck? Okay, yeah, that's all I got for
I don't want trouble. I
She's
want no
gonna hit
trouble.
Seymour.
That's all I got for Google.
I want no trouble. But anyway, Kendrick's new project, like we said, this motherfucker's a visionary. He's a visionary that just made us go down the list of other visionaries who we are.
Right.
June Geminis, like you said, I'm an old school Gemini. We've been doing this shit. We've been running shit. But you
Not
know,
new to this
other
business.
people have people. But anyway, so
Other people have people. But we talk about our people.
we talking about our people right now. Geminis is always two sides of us, and that nigga showing y'all a whole different side. And if you don't understand it, I don't know where the fuck you been. Because you paying attention to the world. Like, how have you not been paying attention to hear what he's saying and what he's doing?
Right.
I'm just
Watch
so
this shit.
excited.
His album comes out this Friday. I'm excited.
Let's have a listen
Very.
party.
Oh,
I'm down.
I'm with it.
But I'm gonna move right along.
Okay.
Moving right along.
Where we at?
Mr.
We're moving on to Drizzy Drake, another hip hop giant.
This
Juggernaut,
one.
if you will. And
juggernaut.
Another hip hop juggernaut in his own right. Come on, now, don't play Drake.
What? I would never.
You squinted.
No.
You squinted.
I was trying to read the words on the board, nigga.
Oh, okay.
God damn.
Okay.
Shows the magnitude of.
We're gonna
the
do a shot
juggernaut.
45. Shot 45. Get live.
Huh.
Yeah, it's actually shot 50.
Oh, that's what's nominated.
Eric,
Eric Clinks.
Cheers.
you know what's funny?
Ooh.
I tried to take my shot extra quick in case you said some bullshit.
I know, I saw that.
Yeah,
That's why you didn't get anything about that.
I know. You keep,
You Uno'd before I could Uno.
yeah, pretty much. You folded.
Anyway, so we're moving on to the Drake troll, but Bree's gonna tell you about it.
Damn.
Really?
Why'd you say so
So basically, I guess Drake commented on John Morant's dad, just talking about, I guess people were giving him kind of flack for how involved he is or whatever. So he pretty much was like, I'd be the same way even if my son was having like a Rubik's Cube.
So like the ball bro.
Tournament. So I was just about to say. That is crazy that people don't want, like, we keep talking about seeing black men be black fathers, and now we're watching black fathers be courtside and be pushing to their kid who's already in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Made it to the air quote promised land, and they're still there and proud of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wish I had a dad like LeVar Ball.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga made his kid a shoe.
Super, well, yeah.
He made his kid a shoe and tried to sell it for $600 for no reason. But but you know what I'm saying? Like, you believe in your kid that much, you was like, this is his shoe. He's coming out of I think high school or college at the time. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's an ugly ass shoe too.
It's very ugly.
Oh man, it's bad.
That really sucks. I wish that it didn't.
And they have
No, I wish it didn't.
They had like $250 slides.
Like, I was trying to get it.
It was like $250 slides. Like, the shit was crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, the nigga was a locomotive behind his fucking son. The
Yeah.
nigga was the big engine that could, if you ask me.
As
Like, you know what I'm saying? And so to see another dad doing it, shit, that's you know what I'm saying? This Joe Jackson without beating your kid. Unless the movie gonna come out later. But you know what I'm saying?
Never know.
We seen the Joe Jacksons. We seen what that produced, and it was great.
We seen the Michael what's his name? Matthew Knowles, Beyonce did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. We seen what that produced when you whip them. Now we seen the ones that gave them love and care and pushed them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I want to be that dad. Shit, that's the dad I want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But niggas be all about, the jokes, like we said earlier. So here's the exact comment Drake left. He was like, imagine your son makes the league and he's Ja or Melo or Lonzo. All you can do is be elated and competitive and over supportive. And it's a rite of passage to talk that OG shit. I know I'm going to be this way even if my son is in a Rubik's Cube competition.
Mm-hmm.
So some lame nigga was like, your son probably played with ghostwriters.
Yeah, and the comment was lame as fuck,
It was.
to be honest.
It started off like...
We know what you was trying to say, but it wasn't a catchy, funny, even way to say, you got ghostwriters. You didn't even do a good, it wasn't a good joke. You know what I mean?
Nigga said, that's not even a joke.
Yeah,
right.
like it wasn't.
You be sitting there waiting for the punchline,
like we know what you said. You make sure you put ghostwriters in your disc. That's all you did. Your son's gonna be playing with ghostwriters. Like, you could have come up with a better little, at least catchy,
something a little funny.
That's my thing. At least make the shit be like,
Oh, you got your ass like
witty or something.
All he did was give Drake to something to put in the song.
Exactly.
What he really did was ride the backs of everybody else who was talking shit about him. For real.
Yeah.
His man did your son, he had a son, Pusha T, first of all, talked about his son. Ain't it?
Talked about Drake's son?
Yeah, that's
you mean back in the back in the
day, right?
In the comments.
And then who else talked about being ghostwriter? I think Kendrick did for one.
A lot of people was trying to say he had a ghostwriter.
A
couple years ago.
One of the ghostwriters said,
I think Kendrick was one of them.
It's the timing.
It's
the timing.
Yeah,
right when people were saying he had ghostwriters,
Control.
Tuck the sensitive rapper back in his pajama clothes.
There's rumors that Kendrick used to be one of his ghostwriters.
I could believe
Kendrick supposedly, before he came out himself, he was writing for some of our favorite rappers, they say. Giving them songs and shit. Not writing their every single word, but I mean, I wrote this whole thing and they're taking the whole song and they're doing it up.
But it's adding a couple names different and shit.
A little side thing too.
And then he came out with his own shit. So they always just say, like, Kendrick, no, like, nigga, I know I'm hotter than you. That's what they said control was about.
Untouchable.
Yeah.
G-O-A-T.
G-O-A-T.
I just watched the end of. I just watched.
Nope.
Nope.
As soon as you said that. Okay, back to the So anywho,
they can't stop the flat.
So Drake was like, I just followed your girl because she probably miserable and needs some excitement in her life. And I agree with him because this nigga was lame. I feel like this shit probably had to be true.
Whoa.
She said she agreed with Drake.
I do agree with Drake.
Who was talking about?
The nigga who said the ghostwriter comment. Okay. He said, I'm gonna follow your girl, nigga. She needs some excitement in her life.
Okay, gotcha.
And he did follow.
Which I'm not even gonna lie.
That's
nigga, if you DM'd my girl, Drake could probably give her more excitement. Like, what am I doing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, it's a helicopter ride and it's more fun.
The sad part is, sad part, I think he means that just me following.
No, that's exactly what he means.
It's gonna give her the excitement.
I'm more fun than that.
Drake is following me.
You got to at least pick.
Just the screenshot alone.
There's a whole episode of bitches taking pictures of his cutout.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
A cutout of Drake.
A cutout.
That was wild.
You really would fake. Okay, real quick. Have y'all seen the imposter niggas walking around? They've linked up.
That shit is weird.
There's a Rihanna one.
Curry.
That shit is
Curry
weird.
freaked me out.
And then the Drake one I ain't see that one.
I'm gonna go for it.
I'm gonna need you to not.
Who for
I
us?
saw the little dirt. I didn't see the little dirt.
Hey, I was at like 6 feet.
No.
It's the same as
It's the
the
same
Are you
height.
sure?
Exactly
He's
the
like,
same
I
height.
Googled
So you're just gonna go by your.
I ain't gonna lie, he might get
We're the
it.
exact
Yeah, you gotta
measure.
get the glasses. No, it's the glasses.
You gotta get the
You gotta get the
specific
shades.
glasses
The shades.
and a Versace shirt.
And then put your hand on them.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a list.
Okay.
You need
I'm
extensions.
gonna write this on the board.
You're gonna have to get extensions.
You
I want
definitely
you to know
will.
that.
Yeah, you will.
Okay.
It's part of the job.
This nigga gonna give her
Okay.
Write it out. So yeah, they had that little dirt.
And, you know what I'm saying?
You just gonna walk around Atlanta?
Upset.
Only problem is you gonna do all that, walk your ass in the mall somewhere, and ain't nobody gonna give a fuck.
And look, and then I'm gonna talk about you on do anything for clout.
Yes, sir. Yesterday, this dumbass nigga walked into the mall with some extensions and some shades.
Ain't nobody even back
a whole ass Versace shirt, and nobody turned around.
Oh, talking about he's upset.
This nigga walked in like 4 Foot Lockers. Ain't nobody noticed his ass.
Nobody had 4 Foot Lockers.
Nobody, no shoes.
Nobody asked how he was doing. Nothing.
Everybody damn
No
thing.
champagne.
Nigga ain't even
He ain't had no bag.
Not a shoe.
no security, nothing.
They didn't try to sell him no socks or nothing.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Okay.
Listen, we got the whole shit on recording. Watch the next episode of the show. That's the most ratings we'll ever have. Everybody will watch that shit.
Oh shit.
I'm sending you to the shade room.
Oh fuck.
Gotta get that.
We talking about Drake and Rihanna here, my nigga. If I seen Offset in the mall, I'll be like, oh.
Look,
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Sidebar.
I don't got nothing.
You better find you a Cardi.
I don't got nothing.
You better find you a Cardi B lookalike to walk with you. Then you might get some
That's true.
some of the attention.
Barty C.
Yeah.
Sidebar. Them photographers are the shit. I could swear that nigga was 6 feet.
Oh, that nigga didn't look like Drake though. He wouldn't have got me.
But you'd have thought Quavo was 5'11". That nigga's not.
Quavo is not that tall.
Quavo
He
not
don't
that
look
tall. That's what I'm
tall.
saying.
Yeah,
From
he
the
don't look
cameras,
tall.
you'd have thought he was tall. He's actually 5'9".
But I did think Offset
But I
was
can
taller.
get that though. I knew Offset was taller. You know what
I
I'm
thought
saying?
he
But
was
even then, I
taller.
thought Offset
Quavo
was
don't
like
look tall.
something.
But he's only 5'11".
No.
Offset's 5'11".
But I know faces. Like, I'm just too good with faces. Like, y'all seen that little meme where the girl is like fixing her hair in a restaurant and Drake actually does walk by outside
Yes,
on like
and she
New York
wasn't-
or I don't know where she was on. Let me not lie. But like she was some little
Somewhere.
other, you know, not a black or white girl, but something
Beige
else.
baby.
Yes, and
beige
she's really looking down at her TikTok,
Mulatto.
fixing her hair. But while she's doing it, like
He walks
video,
by.
he really does walk by, and it's Drake that walks by. Like you can tell.
You can tell.
It ain't no lookalike. It ain't nothing. She kind of looks up
You
afterwards.
can see the heart part.
I was like, now that's dope. I would have. Couldn't you imagine like you didn't even know like you're doing something?
I'd have been
fixing your hair,
pissed.
and then later you're looking like that was actually Drake.
That's
Now
how-
that nigga that was posing like him, I would have known that was him.
That's how I
Same.
felt.
He
That's how I
didn't
felt
look like him.
catching a white dude blank out his curse words on my video. When I was at the concert.
Oh,
the white
yeah,
dude behind me
yeah.
wouldn't say the N-word.
Yeah.
I was like, hey,
I
I
liked
noticed
it.
the white
He
dude
did
didn't
it
say
good.
the N-word. I was
He
like,
did.
I had no
He
idea.
had all the words and he blocked out every.
And I had no idea
nigga.
that was even
The
happening.
girl
in
that
the
was with
video.
him was in my videos.
She was bouncing in
Yeah. She's on her Mary J shit. I was like, okay.
It was lit, bro.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, so you know, if Drake followed me, I would be happy.
They overlamed it though.
The dudes.
definitely-
But it would just
like
be
it.
fun, like take some screenshots.
No,
and show people.
absolutely,
So,
yeah.
so did you know that?
A Drake followed me.
I'm important now.
So
You gonna put it in your bio?
I'll put a request in right away for a blue check.
now I have 1,021 followers.
Oh shit!
Hey,
Your game now.
Ooh,
hey, when you look at your
that one follower is like 1,000 followers on its own.
You look at your insights lately.
You just keep posting that shit every time on your shit to keep getting followers.
Hashtag.
You making reels with one little screenshot,
Right,
and everything. Trying to get people
You
Drake
over here
followers.
remixing it to where you on the side like when he did this, when he did this.
You gotta screenshot that shit right away.
Yeah, no, before he
Shit,
unfollows you, you gotta hurry up
Oh, yeah,
and
Go
screenshot
ahead,
this shit.
do
And
that.
he
Boom,
DM'd her.
boom, boom.
Remember?
Yeah,
He
he was like,
he
I'm
DM'd her
here
and
for
said,
you, ma.
Well, I would screenshot that shit. I would have responded to like, so hey, here's my number.
I'm
Just in
kind
case
of
you
in a
wanna-
bind right now.
I'm in a bind.
right now.
Look,
Do you
somebody-
mind?
Literally just like invite me to a party, please.
No,
Just one.
No, you gotta say, I'm just saying I could do better.
I'd be like, send nudes.
Send nudes.
Send nudes.
Send nudes.
That's all I would say. Send
Blocked.
nudes. Yeah, right?
Unsent messages.
My whole
Right.
Instagram is offline and shit.
Right.
Shut your whole shit
Can't
down.
even lock in no more.
Oh, shit.
Moving right
He'll send
along.
my ass to jail.
Jay.
Insta jail. Insta jail.
I see what you did there.
I know, right? I'm gonna let y'all know. This is the topic of the week.
Yeah.
Topic of the motherfucking week,
There's a
y'all.
lot happening.
So much. And it's a topic with subtopics.
Mm-hmm.
Jail. Prison.
Jail was
Pushing
topic.
P.
Pushing prison.
Pushing prison, nigga.
You about to be pushing P, all right.
So let me get out the motherfuckers who we gonna say happened and like, okay, did y'all know? Alright. Because, you know,
Yeah. They just and niggas.
Oh, but that's inaccurate. It's not pushing prison. I forgot.
pushing's prison. I mean,
Yeah,
prison's
they
pushing them.
They pushing state. They pushing state.
State better be pushing
They're
them.
not federal charges, nigga.
State's pushing them.
It's still called prison.
No, it's not.
When they go to prison in the state, it's not called prison anymore.
No, they go to state or
I heard
prison.
it's state prison and the federal
It's
prison.
called state prison. The
Sure.
state penitentiary, you got state prison, you got state. You got all
I
that.
get it.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Anyway, the rapper Cash Out. Remember that dude? That dude.
What?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you did say
With that name?
Yeah. Cash
was a
out.
little, okay, I got you.
I heard about that.
Shake it, shake it, shake it.
I'm risking, I'm cashing out.
Catch
That-
that.
that-
Yes.
Yeah.
He went to jail for some type of trafficking of human bodies. I would like. I think his was adult women. But the next nigga, the nigga who played Superfly, remember that movie Superfly, the remake?
Mm-hmm.
That nigga went to jail for trafficking some underage and some adult women.
So they're actually trafficking.
Or
I thought his
trying
was
to-
sexual.
I think it
like,
was pimping,
rape.
but you know what I'm saying. You know,
Mm.
you get still the same type of charge.
What was that charge? What was that shit called?
Say
Pimping was if there was not a pimping charge.
Easy.
It's not a
No,
charge.
what is
There's- What's the there's
Yeah.
a charge for
Shout out to Juicy's Plays Ball coming up.
We don't know the names.
Name is unknown.
Yeah, we'll look it up.
Yeah.
I just want to get that one out of the way.
They're trying to get that old school nigga on these charges too. Y'all remember Diddy's making the band Chopper?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
They're trying to get him
yeah.
for pimping too.
It is it's the pimping and pandering. Pandering is the word I was looking for.
Oh,
Pandering.
Pandering. Panda Express.
We got Benzino, who went to jail real quick, briefly on that domestic charge.
You sound like
Looking real
Yeah.
bad. Looking
Went
real
out.
bad.
real bad.
Yeah, man, you gotta start letting these people.
Whoever
know
claims
they're
that
man.
nigga,
You know?
Y'all gotta
talk
stop.
to your boy.
Y'all gotta stop.
It's just the right now is the we gonna keep going.
Okay.
Benzino just wasn't looking good. He was crying. The girl was
Yes.
crying.
He came out with a diss record afterwards, though, which
There
really
was a
fucked it
diss
up.
record on
Yes.
it? I didn't know.
Oh, is that? Remember I told you
That
he had a
song.
new song, but I didn't
That
really
song,
listen to
like,
it
he-
to know.
I just seen it on IG.
Okay, yeah.
But
I knew he had
he
something.
basically, he talked about.
And mind you, I'm
Okay.
going in chronological order, people. You know what I'm saying? So the next one is ASAP Rocky.
Yeah,
Got
man.
caught a little, said he was associated with a shooting in November.
Mm-hmm.
Went to jail, got out on bond, about to have a baby on the way, trying to slick get married real quick so he could be bonded in.
Nigga about to become a citizen of Barbados.
Yeah, he asked in a grill.
Oh
Said,
yeah,
"Marry me."
marry me. And she said,
Oh, I didn't
she
see
said,
that.
I said I do. It was cute as fuck.
Oh, so they're getting married? So they're engaged?
Well, that was what was in the video.
It's a video.
Oh.
Calm down.
But so we don't know if
Calm
that's
down.
real
No, it's
or
not.
not.
I was about to be like,
Are you trying to make sure you prolong it?
Look, I need to be there. I got something to say.
What? Be there for what?
I got
So
something
what?
to say.
Right.
When
Oh, for help hold your peace.
Yeah,
Right.
whatever hold your peace. I got something to say before
Oh,
my
my
peace is let
gosh.
out. Nigga, my peace ain't.
You gonna end up
Gonna be
looking
looking
like that nigga
who
who ran up.
Damn it, that was my joke.
that was classic.
That was my joke.
That was good.
Gotta be quick.
That was good.
Not planned,
Right.
motherfuckers. That was real brain activity going on.
Either way, I need to be there at the wedding. Riri.
She just want to be in a.
They just trying to split up our black families before
I'm
we
not
even
trying to
get
split it up.
started.
I'm trying to make
Not
it.
you, nigga. Not you.
He the white man.
You really?
We're not worried about you splitting anything up
You
in
really think
Rihanna's
you're a
life.
factor?
I didn't do it.
I'm not trying.
I love black
I just want her for 5 minutes.
That's the black
Oh, fuck.
Really thought I was talking about you.
I'm just trying to be under her umbrella.
I'm sick of you.
So moving on with baby mama drama and domestic violence. Rod Wave,
Choke the bitch out, right?
his baby mama.
Choke up in the job.
Choked his baby mama.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be insensitive.
We just don't know her name individually. So what else can I say? God damn it, I don't know her name.
He's a Virgo.
He's a
Yep, you know.
We can't win them all.
Shit happens, you know. We do sometimes have a little bit of a temper that we have to get under control.
Hey,
it happens.
Sometimes you gotta tell it.
Sometimes you gotta choke a bit,
Mm.
you know.
when
He
Freddie
ain't
said,
He ain't hit her. That's what I'm saying. He ain't hit her. There's a level.
Yeah, it's levels.
Levels.
Man, we all been choking a little bit sometimes.
Yeah,
Shit
there's
been going
levels.
crazy, you know.
Levels. He ain't hit her. Hopefully he makes it through that and hopefully on top.
I'm sure he'll come out eventually okay.
Okay. Then they gonna make a song about it.
Can't be choking folks though, boo.
Can't be choking.
Yeah,
You
nah.
got to
These
walk
days,
away.
Bro, you can't even talk to people crazy these days, bro.
You can't round get
Talk
shot.
your shit while you get in your car.
You got it's wild.
You ain't want to do that. You still
Talk
catch
your
some
shit while you
slugs.
get in your
You
car.
catching them.
And go to the strip club.
Why do you think I can do that?
Seem like you have more to say on it.
Oh, Casanova.
Oh, about Casanova.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot to say about Casanova.
That's why I said you do it.
Oh shit. Well,
Look at that.
Casanova.
my boy, he
R.I.P.
talks too
Gerald
fucking
Levert.
much. To be honest.
he does.
Yeah, he do.
Okay, so let me say this. Okay, so Casanova has just pleaded guilty to his RICO charges and drug charges.
Smart man.
We just said, nigga, I did
No, he
it.
not.
Shit. You probably
He
could
was
have
forced.
So listen.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
He's facing up to a window of 5 to 60 years.
Mm.
You know what I'm
60?
saying? So you can get out soon or later.
Oh, really? Oh, really later?
So he got to do snitch, probably.
He already pleaded guilty.
Yeah, if he's
But
pleading
it's-
guilty, I'm sure they cut a deal
I mean,
for
to
not
get-
60
There's
Yeah.
no one
We
to
don't
snitch
know.
on. First of all,
Okay.
he's there for racketeering. Like, and let's be real, he just talks too much. That's why I said it in the first place.
Okay.
Because if you
Elaborate.
can go back and watch interviews and hear him talk about certain activities.
Oh, he be on his Vlad TV shit.
Yes, that you know,
Got
Vlad
it.
fed boy.
Absolutely.
He gonna ask you them questions.
Yeah,
and,
he gonna set
it's
you
up
up.
to you to answer, and he answered a
Right.
couple times. You know what I'm saying? And after that happened, it was clear to me, like, you know what I'm saying. He even talks about sticking razors up his ass because he had to slice a nigga, type shit like that.
Got it.
His type of
Sounds
shit
like
was
a nigga got sliced already.
so, and you know, so
Yeah. Gotcha.
Talks too much.
Okay, well,
Run in your mouth, runs you to the
yeah, 'cause
big house.
Why
They
you
be
straight to
watching.
the bed?
They be watching.
He fucking with the feds. They locked him up. What was it? For 4 months, he was in solitary. I don't know the exact date.
I think that's right.
But it was a long fucking time, and they made him plead guilty. And as soon as he pleaded guilty, they let him out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now he's like actually having a voice and being able to say like what happened to him and why he had to plead guilty. You know what I mean? Because it was bullshit. That nigga scared for real.
He couldn't take
they been
solitary confinement
a long time ago.
He's been in that. He's been in solitary since we heard about him getting locked up, and that was a long fucking time ago. So.
And we already know that you can't go. You're not supposed to go too long with solitary confinement.
Yeah.
But they niggas don't give a fuck. That's Lil Boosie.
They don't give a fuck.
Because that nigga was on death row, and that's period. 23 hours locked down. And fucking just being out. That nigga did what, 9 years or some shit like that?
Shit's crazy.
Yeah.
So, the big one, the one that I actually have a bit of a stake in.
Oh, you have a stake in it?
A stake in it affects.
No affiliation.
Because you're from Atlanta.
I'm from Atlanta, and it affects my summer, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
My summer.
Hey, these niggas was about to drop some shit that was about to affect my mood.
Gunna and Thugga.
YSL. We opened up with them for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Young Thug's he's been on the map. Atlanta PD, Fulton County, say they've been watching this nigga since 2014. Which is pretty much when this nigga came on the scene. I don't know if y'all remember all the way back then, but that's about, if it ain't about the money.
Oh, okay.
If you want to go back that far, you know what I'm saying? If it ain't about the money, nigga. Fucking, I did a lot of shit just to live this here lifestyle.
Yeah.
So they said they've been watching this nigga since then. You know what I'm saying? Like, and everything that Thug has done since then, they said his music has not helped him. And you know what? This is another one I'm going to pass off to Slim. So, hey, the bathroom.
What? Oh, you passing off just the whole thing.
Just talking.
I mean, but there's a lot going on for if you really look at it. Because if you read an affidavit, this is not normal, so I'm just going to keep on. But anyway, if you read the affidavit, first of all, this is not a federal case. It's a state case.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I do think there's a good chance that they can beat it because their main their main evidence is lyrics. It's musical lyrics, honestly. Now Thug is fucked up because they raided his house because of this. You know what I'm saying? Now there is like intent to distribute, like, and there's sawed-off weapons. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things in his house. Yes, he has a total of 9 charges. You know what I'm saying? But, and most of it is because they raided his house.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, but when it comes to the RICO itself, it is not a federal case.
But they said that in Georgia, that's what makes it a little more scary because the GBI, their rules, their criteria, or whatever for racketeering cases is more broad. So that's probably how they're trying to get away with, you know, bringing up the lyrics and shit, and that being the foundation of their case because they don't have anything specific they have to necessarily stick to.
You gotta check with nobody. They just fucking.
But to add clarity to that, it's also something that can be beat. You know what I'm saying? That's why when the FBI does it, it's not broad at all. It's this and this. You can't beat that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But because it's a state case, and because it's so broad, and because they're using lyrics in the trial, I'm not saying that's all they have. But this is something that they've made clear that they're using to back up anything that they You get what I'm saying? So I just feel like there's a chance that they can actually beat it. You know what I mean? State trials don't have the same percentages as fair trials. Let's be clear. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I say that.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is, because I really think they want his ass, the biggest thing is his motherfucking defense and the lawyers that he gets.
Oh, I feel like he's going to have an A1 defense. He should.
He needs to.
I will say that I heard an interview with the motherfucking DA, and she was like, "We have no problem sending these men away for life." And she said, like, she was happy, bro. She said, "We have no problem sending these men away for life, people."
Yeah,
she probably feeling like, you know, this is probably her case she's been working on, like,
for her career, but still, she said, like, she was selling us a new car, like, come on down and get a new Kia. Like, she
They're trying to set examples,
right?
Yeah,
especially because in the South, the gang culture and all of that stuff wasn't really like that, but it's been growing
there's
in
only
the past few years.
states that have a state RICO law. It's not everyone. So obviously Georgia's one because Georgia do.
But they also dealt with that shit with the
Like
BMF because of the BMF shit back then. It's
yeah,
also
yeah.
what really
Federal, but
started
they gonna
kind of
do
some of that big shit
So
here.
we do have mafias.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so and
Right.
then, but gang was still more mafia. It wasn't
BMF
gang.
is
That gang shit now has been more recent over years.
RICO
They
laws
just started a
created
gang
for
task
mafias.
force down here 3 years ago or something like that.
It's a lawless time.
Yeah.
A lawless.
All I have to say about it is I'm not all in depth. I don't know all the people. I ain't read affidavits. I ain't doing all that. But I do know that a RICO case cannot solely be based off of song lyrics. RICO cases are built and built and built and built and built. That's why they take years. There's no RICO case that's going to bust off in a year. Never. Almost never. It takes time to build it. And usually, the number one motherfucking thing that helps those cases, people, it's the little people. It's the little people working for these groups, mafias, gangs, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And those are the ones that started off. Y'all all watch shows. Y'all all watch movies. To give you an example, it'd be the little motherfuckers that they catch on whatever little charge. Could be a gun charge. Could be a domestic violence charge. Could be a small drug charge. Huh?
Meek Mill brought up a great fucking point.
It was like, we can make this.
Oh, I mean, yes, but that's how they start. And it starts there, and that could have been in 2015 or 13 or whatever the fuck. Yeah. And you have to go from there. And I don't know all the people in play, and I don't know their names, I don't know all that shit. But it's somebody who's been telling and talking and probably working with the the shit for years. So what I'm telling you is that all I'm saying is, if they have enough to raid that motherfucker house to do all this, they have more than song lyrics, people. They have actual shit from people who have talked and who have said stuff and probably worked with them. I don't know names. I'm not saying facts, but you cannot build a RICO case off of little P body shit.
To add clarity to my opposition, I think Meek Mill, he brought up an amazing fucking point. He came from nothing. He brought his whole neighborhood with him. He brought all of them. Have you seen YSL? It's huge. You get what I'm saying? And so anybody involved at all is what they're using to indict him.
That's what a RICO case is.
Of course, but my point is and this is just my opinion. I don't really feel like he's just telling these niggas to kill people. You get what I'm saying? But they are tying those murders to him because of YSL. You get what I'm saying? And they're using rap lyrics to establish a behavior or to you get what I'm saying?
The truest shit you said tonight.
And so I had to get, you're very specific. And I appreciate you, actually, because you make me actually think about what I need to say to you.
That is what I'm
You
here
get what I'm saying?
for.
I appreciate that, to be
That is
honest.
the most beautiful thing you've ever said to me.
Okay, well,
Watch the head.
your name is fucking time.
That's what I'm here for.
Cool, but you heard what I had to say.
No, I did. I loved what you just said at the end.
Okay.
I believe all of that.
But if I must chime in real quick.
Go ahead.
Hey, at the end of the day, I still feel like fuck that racketeering shit and that conspiracy shit because racketeering.
You go.
But because I still ultimately do feel that those systems are set up primarily for the minority community. That's what they did with the mafia and the Italians. That's what they did with black people. That's what they do with the Mexicans. Any big, because we don't have no options, then we have to find a way. And
so, and it's not only that. Like, we got the historical movies that showed us, the first guy, and we're supposed to think that this is good. Like the FBI agent who came up with the idea that this could be a racketeering charge. We'll call it RICO. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, or
RICO is an acronym.
Yes, RICO is an acronym.
No, it's a racketeering charge. We'll call it RICO.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but yeah, fucking, you know what I'm saying? They said all this shit like that, and that was, technically, we watched it of The Gangster, and we liked it. I think it was American Gangster, if I remember correctly. I think it was American Gangster, and it was like, we can get this guy on a RICO charge. Kind of formed it all to make a RICO charge. You see what I'm saying? If not, whatever, I've seen a movie where it was the first one, but I think it was American Gangster. But, you know what I'm saying? We're watching it for the thug part of it, but the cop technically made history by making this charge, like Roe v. Wade, like shit like that. But like Roe v. Wade and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So that history is supposed to be the history that's glorified in this moment, if we're thinking of justice. You see what I'm saying? And really, that did nothing, but it affects our people so much differently than how they wanted to be portrayed. Like, oh my God, we wipe drugs off the street, but this motherfucker used to make sure that people were fed, and you know what I'm saying? Like, and people kept off the streets. And it just goes to show that even though we talk about how many people Young Thug has taken off the streets and paid and made jobs for blah, 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 they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. And they've been doing it for years. We just watched Judas and the Black Messiah and shit like that. And they don't give a fuck about what we're doing good for us.
Right.
Yeah, that's the part that makes me most mad about this.
Yeah, they're trying to keep us down at any cost. Any cost.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I just also feel like we gotta be more on our shit. We gotta be more accountable for what the fuck we also are still dipping in and not dipping in when we don't have to.
It's true.
Like, we have to take accountability for, you know, some of the shit that we out here doing. Once we reach a certain level and have a certain platform and all that good shit, what you used to do, you can't do forever. So what is your what are you doing? What is your plan? What are you telling me that you got going on? If you still can have your hands so deep involved in the shit, it's gonna drag you down. If you are at the top of the motherfucking shit now, those little people gonna be the ones that's gonna be your downfall. It doesn't matter. You have to get the fuck out of that shit.
And as I like to say,
however you do it,
you can climb a ladder to the top, but ain't no stairs on the way down, my nigga. You gotta jump, and you're probably gonna fall.
you gotta separate yourself from some of these people. That's what I feel.
That shit sucks, bro. I actually feel passionate about this shit.
Okay.
I do too, but it's just this.
I don't want us to turn like it's the same people that benefited from every bit of what he rapped about. That lock him up, and I don't understand that.
All the people that was behind him need to be behind him
now, bro. Like, what the fuck?
That'll never happen.
Until like he'll help his community.
How many people?
If black people haven't learned this shit, that makes me so sad. If y'all think any of these record labels or any of this shit got your back for real, then that also makes me so much more sad. We need to educate ourselves. And that's why we need to fucking be a little bit more like the Kendricks and the fucking, what's his called, J. Cole's and them, because they be like, fuck these other motherfuckers. They're not gonna hold me up because they're not gonna do it for me regardless. Huh?
That's how Master
I mean,
P
yeah,
was,
shit, go back to Master P. Fucking even Birdman. Now, I ain't saying these motherfuckers wasn't involved in some serious shit. But whatever they did, they found a way to separate and capitalize and do it without having anybody be able to touch them. That's what bothers me. Yeah. So I feel like these people was too deep, still heavy in the streets.
Yeah, get their hands too dirty. Yeah, at some point
So,
you have to
only got
out.
a little bit. I mean, how long? How long before they get you?
True.
Well,
gotta get out while it gets good.
If you can.
So, I don't know. Last one. Go do that. Last one. We're gonna move on from Young Thug.
That's fine. Is that what he got up?
No.
Okay.
I was telling him, wait a second, but then we do have one more in red. Pooh
Shiesty, that's my dog.
Well, Pooh, you know
I'm really shiesty. They say that nigga snitching.
Oh, it's not looking good for you.
Yikes.
You on papers.
I don't know nothing about what he done did.
I don't know what he's snitching on, but the documents are supposedly out.
Right.
And I'm saying supposedly because I'm not.
I couldn't read them. They were really tiny.
I'm not the nigga who goes and double checks these things.
I need to look it up.
Bro, they're saying that this nigga is the shiesty part is more of the Pooh part.
Said, watch your back. You knew my name. You knew my name.
So I don't know.
Hope it ain't true.
More to follow.
Right. Yeah, I don't know nothing. Sorry.
You know. I have to look into that.
This is fresh. This came out like literally before we recorded. We had to add this to the goddamn board.
Yeah.
So it ain't much news really on it.
Right.
It really ain't much news for us to even know. Because I only know as it come out. But it's saying this nigga snitching. It's really, that just kills his rap career. I mean, just kills his rap career.
Pooh Shiesty snitching is fucking crazy.
Yeah,
it's fuck, bro.
I'm telling you,
that shit fucked me up.
The nigga named Shiesty. You ever told him something in confidentiality?
It's over with. It's over with.
Yeah.
Like I said, you don't trust Snitch Low. Like the nigga named Snitch Low. You don't trust.
Did it say what he was snitching on?
No, you can read it if you were to zoom in and shit like that, but it's not like I know these niggas anyway.
Until I hear what he snitched on.
Like I said, it just came out right before we started recording. Like, Another one. So, like I said, the fact that jail was a fucking category, just jail, my nigga.
And I want y'all to know it's literally #jail. Like,
and we just had a list of people going to jail since the last time we recorded.
Yeah.
This shit is fucking wild. And I really want to put out my black people. Can we do better?
Yes, we can.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do what you gotta do, cause fuck these white people, cause they gonna try and fuck us over no matter what you're doing.
But also, are we completely responsible?
For.
Well, I mean, all of them going to jail now. Like, think about it. This is.
I mean, I'm not
like, it's almost.
Hey, I personally not responsible for none of them niggas going to jail.
No, that's not what I mean. That is not what I mean. What I'm saying is, it's a certain culture that they're allowed to grow. You know what I mean? Like, it's something that was celebrated for so long, or certain behavior.
I will say they definitely didn't let us promote our positive speakers.
That shit don't sell.
It doesn't sell.
See, why?
It doesn't sell, but it also
crazy.
wasn't
That's
pushed.
my point.
That's how
It doesn't sell, but it wasn't
people
pushed. It wasn't what was in our face. You know what I'm saying? If we had to choose between the top five greatest speakers speaking on TV right now instead of the top 5 greatest rappers on TV right now, you know what I'm saying?
It's like they'll do it for a little bit and then they'll cut it. Like whether they kill the person or whether they cut however the message was getting out there, they'll let it. Okay, y'all have it for a little bit of time.
And be like, "Whoa, it's an uprising happening."
Yeah. Oh, y'all niggas is thinking.
They don't like
cut that shit.
They don't like risings of idiots. Upset. So
what the fuck?
So I'm gonna go ahead and lead us out, y'all. As I told y'all in the beginning, we had a good episode for y'all. And fucking, I feel like I'm gonna move my hands like Miss Sita and Sita's World.
Sita's World. I was thinking about Miss Sita.
We was talking about BET.
I used to love Sita's World.
Hands used to
I
just
love that bitch.
Talking her shit.
With her little short haircut. I love
like a little
Miss
skirt
Sita.
on it.
Yeah.
she did.
Orange dress.
Hey, Sita was better than Dexter's mom. So anyway,
I don't know.
Dexter's mom.
This mom was thick now.
Dexter's mom.
Oh, Dexter. Oh. She was thick.
toes.
She was thick as fuck.
Yes, sir. But she had an arch and
Stupid. Stupid.
I cannot.
But Sita was lit. So anyway, like I said, Equally Opposite Podcast.
Who?
Pancake.
You thought I was gonna let you have that?
I'm gonna edit that out.
You better not. If you do, you better edit out all the flat
It
outs.
never happened.
Every one of them. Edit out the flat outs too. Those are mistakes too.
Okay. Equally Opposite Podcast. We just gave y'all a great episode. We hit the last 2 weeks of fucking current events because we needed to get some shit through. The next episode we got for y'all, we've already planned it out and it's going to be a good one too. We already topic it and shit. So make sure y'all tune in. We ain't fucking around no more. We focused, y'all. Y'all getting 100% juice.
Focus, man.
Concentrate.
Concentrate. That's not the good one.
It's not.
You didn't want to. I have to bust that out. Come on. You want the all natural, organic, not concentrate, nigga.
I'm saying that I'm concentrating. Like,
Nah.
That's what I was thinking. So
Trying to
I'm
bring
like
it around
concentrate. You know what I'm saying? Full circle to shit.
You got the nasty
Like a
orange,
one.
the nasty juice.
The Sunny Delight.
That juice be watered down as a
Sunny
motherfucker. Sunny Diaz, nigga.
Man, either way, like I said, even on this podcast, I'm your man Juice. I guess y'all want to hear their names too.
And you do.
They deserve it.
Queen Bree.
Queen Bree. Sorry, it just came out.
Sure. Follow my ASMR page, asmr.fun.qb.
Which is growing.
It is.
Really?
I'm
She has
almost
so many likes. You need to start tagging the group page.
I said I was going to. I literally talked to Apples about this the other day, but I just need to get my videos on the YouTube so that there's a correlation.
So you get paid for it, my nigga. Let's be clear.
That as well.
Let's be clear.
Paid for these.
And you will. You're doing very well.
Thank you.
I think it's very creative.
Thank you. I'm actually really liking it now. Like,
She putting things out.
yeah, I'll be like, ooh, let me do another video. Like,
Listen, what the last video I saw before she doing now? is that glitter paste?
Yeah.
Probably.
She told y'all she was gonna do it.
Yeah.
Listen back.
Tis funny.
Listen to the old episodes because she said it then too.
I'll be doing what I said I'm gonna do now.
Next.
Well, shit, stand golden.
Like it's spelled.
Like
Oh,
it's
you got some shit to
spelled.
say too, though, nigga.
Listen, I really pop my shit. Just
Go ahead.
Pop your
that
shit
out.
in.
My
That's
shit,
what it's for, nigga.
my
It's your
shit has
platform.
been popped. It's popcorn. Bitches love me.
Pop, pop, pop.
Pop more.
Pop, pop.
It's the apples.
Over Redenbacher.
Yeah.
No.
Ew.
You know, that sounded like a forbidden fruit. So
It
anyway.
The forbidden.
I feel like you got some pent
I
up
have nothing
energy.
today. It's just apples. Holla at me.
She gave us her all, though.
She bottled that energy.
Well, now I feel like I need to get some shout outs. I'm going to shout out Diamond Training Facility. I'm going to shout out Regal
Okay.
Renovation.
DTF.
Okay,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Yeah, double R, Regal Renovation.
Oh, fucking right. By the way, we renovate.
We renovate shit.
We do everything.
Shouting out Apple's Beauty and Apple's Beauty Collection.
Word.
Because you can get your oils and your lotion and shit from her too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Queen Breeze ASMR. Shout out Breeze Candles, which name has not been actually figured out.
Not yet.
QC Candles.
QC.
QBC. I'm coming up with
QBC.
shit on the fly. So yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shout us out, nigga. Shout out
Because we
ELP.
doing shit.
You know what I'm saying? And to sign us the fuck out, shot 59, y'all.
Well, shout out to
Shot 59.
It's a
Shout
quarter
out.
past.
Because the clock struck
It's a quarter past.
12.
But I fuck with that though.
And shout out our sound guy.
There you go.
Yeah, shout out
Yeah,
Weezy. Weezy Fitness.
I don't know.
Flat
I
out.
feel like Dia Weezy the fifth member. I'm sorry.
He is.
Okay.
Yeah.
We call him the sound guy.
But he is a sound